Hey guys, it's Chris with CJ Gambling Entertainment, and I'm here with Jeff tonight. Say hi, Jeff.
Hi, how are you doing, guys?
So we wanted to just kind of talk about gambling, spend a little time with you guys, see who jump into the chat, meet some of our subscribers, and maybe add some new folks that haven't seen us before. So anyway, I'm gonna throw it over to Jeff and maybe let him throw out our first topic.
Yeah, well, the thing I wanted to say is that I realized that when we're preparing our videos and everything, the reason why we're doing this, and we want to do it more often than not, is because I realized that we were talking a lot about gambling, about what's the future of gambling, what kind of slot machine we like, any kind of topic that were around this, and we thought real gamblers, people that really love casinos and slot machine and everything around it, probably do the same thing. They talk about those things. And so that's why we wanted to share our ideas. And probably you're going to say, oh, you're wrong. You're completely wrong on what you're saying. Or maybe you're going to say that we're right. But one thing is that I want to say hi to the 5 current viewers that are here with us. So you're welcome to the discussion. And then the topic tonight is the gambling industry dying? Is gambling dying in 2021 or 2022? Let's put ourselves in the future. Is gambling dying right now? That is the topic. JJ Slotplay is here with us. I think you know him, Chris.
I do, yeah. JJ's got a good channel, a lot of interesting videos and content. How you
Yeah,
doing, man? So
and
Jeff,
yeah, go ahead.
I'll kind of kick it off. I don't believe gambling's dying,
Okay.
but I think the best. What I would like to hear is why you think it is. I think you have a good story behind it. What made you start thinking about it? You mentioned it the other day to me, so maybe we can start with that.
Yeah. Well, there's. I just want to say hi to JJ. Also, gambling granny was here. She says, "Hey, guy, you know gambling
Hey,
granny?"
yeah, I do. Gambling Granny and Dice. How you guys doing?
Yeah. So they're saying hi. So yeah, I ask you that question because I live in Quebec in Canada. Okay, so it's a little bit different than the United States, and everything is controlled by Lotto Quebec, which is kind of a government monopoly. And a few days back, we were going to a mall, and there's that little kiosk when you can buy tickets, lottery tickets, you can buy scratchers, things like that. And there was a line. I mean, there was like 5 or 6 people in front of us, and all those people were probably 60, 65 years old and up. And we bought the ticket we wanted. It was for the father of my girlfriend, who's also in his 60s. It was not for us. And then we went to do another shopping. But before going out, we had to pass in front of that kiosk again. And again, there was a line. There was again 5, 6 people waiting for something to buy something, and again it was all people that with gray hair, and not like me, just a little bit here, but really fully gray hair, or really obviously people that are in their 60s or 70s. So I started wondering if that is a reality in North America. Is that generation the one that went the most to casinos? Is that generation that is still interested? And I remember when I started working, that was my second thought. When I started working 30 years ago, a lot of companies had polls, buying lottery tickets with a group, 30 people buying 30 lottery tickets instead of one, and things like that. Nowadays, I don't see that anymore here in Quebec. It's not part of the system anymore. So that's why I asked the question. I wanted to, since you're going more to casinos and things like that, and you are in the U.S., which is kind of a different than in Canada. I wanted to know, what do you think? So I think you have some part of an answer on this.
Yeah, Jeff. So I do have a little bit of an answer and a little bit of a hunch, I believe. So I am not the norm. My gambling addiction has brought me to the casino since I was in my early 20s, right? In the US, 21 to gamble. I think in Canada, you can be 18.
Yeah.
But in my early 20s, I started going. But I will agree. And maybe it's the time I go. I usually go to the casino after midnight. Um, it is primarily 50 plus crowd that is there. You do have your younger folks, but they're at the bar drinking. and they're at the nightclub at the casino. They're not gambling per se. So here's my thought: gambling's not dying. The people you're seeing in lines have more disposable income,
Yeah.
um, and they have less responsibility in terms of soccer games, early morning commitments, things like that. So, for instance, I think it's Rhino Slots, a guy that I've gotten to know. He's got a good channel.
Yeah.
He used to coach all of his kids' soccer games. He told me on a live stream a few weeks ago. I have a hunch a Rhino man was not at the casino in his 20s. He was probably taking kids to soccer games at
Yeah.
7 in the morning, like me on Saturday. So that's where I think gambling's alive and well and will always be. And Jeff, I think in another 15 years, I think you'll be buying scratch offs and lottery tickets in line, just like those other people.
I don't know. Maybe I will. The other concern that I had for the younger crowd, because at some point, like any type of business, you have to kind of redo your business. You have to reinvent yourself to get younger people to come in, because some of your customers are gonna die or not need your services anymore, or not be able to get to a casino, for example. And one of the thing that bugs me, especially when you go to a smaller casino, when what we have here. I went to a casino a few weeks back. It was probably a second or third, not third grade, but I mean the machines were older.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 5, 6 years old. It seems to be one or two that were newer, bigger, with the big tower and everything. But my thought was, looking at the graphic and the mechanics and the way it works, we're so far from Call of Duty or Modern Warfare, or I mean, kids and even people 30 and less and 40 and less that are playing video games and things like that. When they look at the graphic of those things and the interaction they have with those things, isn't there too much of a discrepancy between what the gaming industry is doing right now, uh, re- parallel to what the gambling industry is doing visually and interactively? Could that be an issue?
Jeff, I think it could be, because you're right. They're making games nowadays, not the three reels spinning. By the way, I want to hesitate here because Gambling Granny, you're spot on to exactly what I just said. She said she didn't start going to the
Yeah,
casino until they were empty nesters.
yeah,
So spot on with my theory.
yeah.
But a Gambling Granny does not make a consensus, but I do appreciate the feedback there.
Yeah.
Uh, Jeff, it's 1-0 me at this point. So, but I will say the games are very equivalent. Some of the slots that are out there, they make you believe that you can actually make an impact on the game.
Yeah.
There's some goofy ones, and they're a few years old, but they make you hold your hand under the screen like you're trying to pick the money and collect it, things like that.
Okay.
And so they make you feel like you can control it. So those that have a video background may get interested there, but I can also see where your head's going. If I'm used to playing Madden football, Call of Duty, do I want to go spend money, or do I just call my buddies up when we all retire and we continue to play Call of Duty together in my living room versus leaving the house? It's a possibility.
Yeah, and it's 2-0 for you, man. Because I just see
Ah,
JJ saying, yeah, it's the same situation as Granny. So, yeah, maybe it's just something that you grow into. But I'm still a little bit worried. I think that slot machines in the casino industry is mainly focused on luck. Except if you're playing poker or blackjack, there's some skill, or craps. You have some skill level that you can increase your chances. But basically, if you go to the roulette and, well, even blackjack, depending on if you're playing, um, is there some way you think that they could add a little bit of skill based playing to entice new people to come in? For example, I don't know, you have a Western machine, you're the sheriff or something like that, and when you go into the bonus round, there's a, like Duck Hunt in the past, you have a gun on the side of of the machine that you pull out when you have a bonus round, and you have to shoot bad guys. And the more bad guys you shoot, the more multiplier you have on your bonus round. Would skill based bonuses or things like that could be a thing of the future, or do you think they're going to stick with non-skill system because it would be unfair to some people?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, Jeff, it's still going to be a random number generator, right? So in St. Louis, where I'm from, we have to, the state requires minimum payout of 90% on all slot machines.
Okay.
It's amazing. The casinos always hit 90.1, 90.2 on their payouts.
Wow.
So while maybe there is some form of skill based over time, that random number generator would still require either the bonus not to come up. They would still be getting their 10% for sure. But it is interesting because if there is a skill attached to it, it definitely would drive more of the gamers into gambling if
Yeah.
they feel that they can affect the outcome. Totally agree.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And the other thing that is, I'm going a little bit sideways here. The question is, is gambling dying? But let's push the question a little bit more specific. Are casinos dying? Because right now, I did a little bit of research on Google, and it seems right now that the online gambling is making more, or at least as much money as casino floors do right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if gambling is not dying, because obviously since it's in our phone now, I mean you can have 5 minutes, you can gamble at lunch. I mean, if you have the right app, you can just throw in $1,000 during lunch and try to win something on a slot machine on Vegas Casino or whatever companies you decide to go with. So maybe gambling's not dying, but would casino be dying?
Yeah. So, I think you're right. Hey, casino slot lady,
Hi.
or casino lady slot. Sorry about that. I am not the YouTube live expert like Jeff. Jeff is amazing, quite the entertainer. I still get a little nerved up when I click the live stream button for sure. I can't imagine what you guys do when you actually go to the casinos and live stream.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing stuff. But I'll get there one day. Get there one day for sure. So to answer your question, I think it's just like everything, right? You have your standard casino, land based is where the money's at, right? Vegas, Atlantic City back in the day.
Yeah.
Then it changed to any state with a river, like in Missouri and Illinois. As long as you're on the Mississippi or the Missouri River, you can put a casino somewhere. Now you've got online, and there's multiple states that actually allow the online gaming. Missouri is not one of them, unfortunately. Illinois is. And
Okay.
then as I traveled through the country, Jeff, watching my daughter play soccer all fall, and every time we went through Illinois, every gas station we went to had a slot machine
Yeah.
bank within the casino or within the gas station. So I do think the land-based casinos may lose a little of their income because of so many online, and every gas station chain is taking their money from them.
Yeah. Just take a pause here. A lot of new people that came in. I see Chris and Lou. Slots Machine is here. Melly loves slots. And who else? I think I said, yeah. Maybe those are people that you know better than I do.
Yeah, so I guess we can, let them in on a little secret. I do the majority of the commenting on your guys' channels. Chris and Lou, thanks for joining.
Yeah, hi
Melly,
guys.
thank you.
But
So
yeah, we would like to have your opinion, guys. Do you think gambling is dying? Do you think casinos are dying? Tell us in the chat, because it's something that, because gambling is new to me. The casino world is really new to me, and everything. I was more like in gaming and anything. I met Chris, and he introduced me to that world, and I think it's a wonderful world. I really like what they're doing, and I find it really interesting. But I'm still a noob, so you guys have been in this industry for a while. You have YouTube channel as we do, so your opinion really matters. What do you think? Do you think that casinos are dying? Do you think gambling is dying? Tell us in the chat while we still continue to talk a little bit. Well, give them a little bit of time to say. I won't play those gas station machine. The pay on them is so different. Here in Illinois, gambling is all over the place. Okay, so yeah, that could be an issue also. I know that the laws of, like you said, in Illinois it's 90%, but not all the states or not all the countries have the same law on how much the casino or the institution has to give back, and I think that could be an issue also for the future of gambling.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right on, Jeff, in that um, depending on the payout, if you think it's rigged, even on a lot of like the Indian reservations, they have different type of slot machines. They use like a bingo system, which I have never experienced before. But yeah, if you don't have similar payouts and similar regulations, yeah, no one's going to go to it. So there is a gas station by me in Missouri, so you can't gamble. They get away with it in that you can click on a button on the screen, and it'll tell you what's going to pay out. If you win $1, if you win $1,000, or you win zero before you press the spin button, and that's how they get away with it. It's not gambling if you know the outcome before you click spin. The kicker is you don't know the second outcome and the third outcome and the fourth outcome. When you put your $20 bill in, you're not playing the one spin. You're going to try and play 20 spins in and maybe win 50
Yeah.
bucks and cash out and walk away. So as a gambler, the first spin means nothing. I know it's a
Okay.
loss. I'm playing the rest of my $19 in at $1 spin. That's how they get away with it in Missouri.
Okay.
Again, it's competition, and just like Grambling Granny, I'm not going to go to the gas station. I'm going to go to the casino
Yeah.
because there's better payouts.
Yeah. I'll let you, the casino lady slot at a good point. I'll let you read it to the people who cannot see the chat right now.
Sure, it says I think they've changed a lot. The day of the high roller glitz and glamour are gone. It's now about drinks, music, and attracting the younger generation, thus the flashy penny machines. So Casino Lady Slots, that's what we talked about in the very beginning. Is it dying? What is the age group you see? And I think I go too late at night, Jeff. I'm
Yeah.
going when the people that don't have children at home are there. The folks that got babysitters, the younger generation that goes to the bar, they hang out at the slots together, make a lot of noise, and they bet their 20 cents and really
Yeah.
annoy the ever living crap out of me. But they're having a great time.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Casino Lady
It's
Slots.
more. Do you think that for them it's becoming more a social thing than a gambling thing? The
Yeah,
casino is just a
definitely.
background. Casino is just a background for them to go to.
Yeah, it definitely is. And when the bars close at 11, the casinos serve drinks till 2. So what better way than to
Yeah.
go to the casino to finish your night?
Yeah. Melly has
So
some comment too.
yeah, I was gonna jump up real quick. Chris and Lou, they agree casinos will never die. I'm right there with you, Jeff. That's 3-0.
Well, whoa. I'm not wishing for casino or gambling to die. I was just, in fact, I was a little bit worried, in fact, because I don't think that's an industry that should die. It has its good sides too. And I'm not the one to judge if it's a good or bad thing. That's not my issue. I don't want them to die. So yeah, in a way, but I was the one that was more worried. Just so you know that not people starting putting 8 comments in the chat saying kill Jeff. Yeah, we want him out. Whoa, you changed sides, man.
I know. I tried to
Why?
mute it. I apologize. I tried to mute it
There you
because
go.
I'm
You're back.
coughing.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
I'm coughing. I'm trying to mute the phone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's
All
go
right.
to
So
Melly
Melly,
comment. Yeah.
Melly says at a local casino the payout's horrible. I hardly see anything winning, mostly losses. When I go to Vegas for the first time, I had my first hand pay and 2 other hand pays. So much to do and a fun time. Melly, I completely agree with you. I do think Vegas is much more competitive. I think Vegas, the casinos have to have higher payouts. I don't know what Nevada, what the laws are. If it's similar, like Missouri's the 90%, or 90.1, whatever it is. But I agree. When I was in Vegas last, went to Cosmo, the Luxor, New York. I was winning everywhere. I was having a blast. And even when I wasn't winning, I wasn't getting completely, cleaned out. 20 spins and my $100 is gone. I played forever, way too late in the morning, too many Long Island teas in. So I completely agree. When we left Vegas and went to a very small town in Mesquite, right next to Utah, it went horrible. I hardly won anything, and I think it's because they were so much tighter. Totally agree. The local casinos versus Vegas or the bigger gambling cities that have more competition are better to play at.
I was trying to search on the internet really fast if I could find what was the payout in the law for Nevada, but sadly, I'm not finding it. And we have other comments that are coming in. Gambling Granny also adds, we wouldn't have ever gone to the casino when our kids were little. We had too much to keep up with. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's sure fun now. Yeah. And I agree, it's social. Casino Lady says they are spending more on drinks than gambling. Maybe I think that's something you talk about, Chris. You saw that. Chris and Lou, same with us. Now we fully enjoy gambling. Yeah. Well, my father and mother-in-law, that's the same case. They never went to a casino in their life. But since they're retired, maybe they're going at least once a week. So, like play early in the morning. Really? Is it why do you go I'm curious to know Casino Lady Slots. Why do you like to play early in the morning? Is there something special about the morning? Are the odds better?
She's probably a morning person, Jeff, unlike me.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah,
got to
well,
pry me out of bed.
oh, I ate mornings. Well, especially the first hour. Whatever it is, the first hour is always hard. Yeah, I'm more on a night hall. Yeah, too. Yeah, owl.
Yeah.
I didn't say that properly. Owl, night owl. I'm sorry, guys. For those of you who don't know, my first language is French. I'm in Quebec, and yeah, so English is my second language. I'm trying to use it as best as I can, but sometimes I'm missing words. I'm saying things in with a strange accent and things. I apologize for that. I'm trying my best to stay as fluid as possible, but never as much as my friend Chris here, who well. Big advantage is that my English is better than is French. So
So Jeff, I think we're getting the same answer out of everyone.
yeah, casino won't die.
It's not dying. It's I don't know if it's a time thing, if it's a money thing, if it's a situational. Probably situational is the best way to say it. As time affords, you find yourself getting away from the house more often.
Yeah.
You have more money that's disposable. And, while maybe I used to play in an indoor soccer league when I was younger, I can't do that anymore. I can't run around anymore.
No, no,
I
no.
feel it, and so you go do other things that are more relaxing. You enjoy a drink. You're not at the clubs bouncing around. You're sitting at a chair, having a good conversation with your buddies while you're playing some money away, maybe even winning.
Yeah. Casino Lady Slot is answering my question. She's saying that morning there is less people. Machine have been played heavily all night, and it seems to hit more in the early hours. Why not? I mean, everything's possible. It's Vegas, baby. No.
Yeah, Casino Lady Slots is winning all my money that I lose between midnight and 5 in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. She's the one who's getting it. I still do think. I know you guys are saying, yeah, don't worry, casino are good. Everything's going fine. I don't know why, but I still think that they're already doing it. But I think if they want to stay where they are, and I'm not even talking about dying, but just even slowing down, just going down the slope a little bit. They want to stay where they are or where they were 20 years ago, which I think they're not. I think there's less people a little bit gambling now than there was 20 years ago, but that's just me. We have to verify that. But I think they will still have to innovate. I think they will have to, like the news you said about the NFL coming to the casino floor with machines. There's a great video on this. Go see the video on the channel on this. And maybe have more interactive machine. Maybe have better graphics. Maybe have other type of experience. Maybe have machine that have multiple uses. You can bet on a horse race on that machine and watch a horse race. You can click a button and then bet on the next hockey game. And after that, you click again and you can go play 20 minutes of slot machine without any skill. And then you want to move up a little bit, you want to shoot some ducks or something, you go into a skill based machine. Just having on the same machine many things. And I'm it's just out of my head right now, but I I don't know. I feel like they cannot just say we will do what we were doing in the last 30 years and all will be well. Do you agree on this that they will have to evolve if they want to stay where they are?
Yeah, of course. They have to evolve. They already are evolving, right? Go from the three reel machines to the video machines. Now the slot machines are as tall as the ceiling. Where they're 20 feet tall, and they're making them bigger and better, where it holds four people in one chair to sit
Yeah.
down. Obviously, those machines don't pay out as well because they take up more square footage on the floor. They got to pay for themselves, but
Oh.
yeah, Jeff, you're right with the skill based, and I'll be honest. That NFL video had very few views. Maybe if people watch this, they'll go and check it out.
Yeah, go check it out.
Aristocrat Gaming, the NFL, they are going to bring that excitement. They're going to the next level. And Jeff, I'll say this: even your local casino, if you think about what COVID's done to your local casino,
Oh my God.
some of them, there are no new slot machines. It's the same slot machines that were there pre-COVID.
Yep.
They're not investing money.
Nope.
They're trying to make profits, and until all of the money comes back, until COVID goes away, until people rush back to the casino fully employed, I don't think you're going to see that. But that's the only way that they're going to stay big and important is they have to bring in the new machines, because I can guarantee you, Casino Lady Slots, Chris and Lou, JJ, Melly, if you guys go to the casino 5 years from now and you're playing the same games you played today, you're not going to go there. You can go to a different one.
Yeah.
So it's whoever's willing to spend the money to upgrade the entertainment is going to get my money.
Yeah, and yeah, Lady Slot saying that all the casinos are investing in huge bars and adding them to the casino because younger crowd has a different taste. They want to sit a while at a bar, maybe check a sports game while drinking, and then go to a machine or something like that. I was even thinking you were talking about the machines that have many seats and things like that, and I was thinking even about cooperative machines. You're playing with your four players, and you're kind of playing the same. I don't know how it could work, but having something that could complement that social thing. That going to a casino and you can play a game, the two people, a couple even, just two people playing, and one has to touch one button to start the spin, the other one has to touch it to stop it, or whatever it is, or something with the bonus, or to make interaction between people while they are at one machine. That could all be also be good. I think it could be popular, but yeah. The last thing I wanted to bring you on as the gambling dying is do you think it's one of the industries that's, at least that was my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. Is this one of the industry that is really fragile to the economy and to the state of the world we're living? I'm not just talking about COVID, but let's say that there's a war popping up, or the economy goes down a little bit. Is it an industry that is highly susceptible to what's going around it, or is it pretty much self-dependent whatever happens?
So I mean, Jeff, it's going to be a combination, right? If things are going around you, 9/11, I'm sure no one was going to the casino that night, or maybe they were to get their mind off of things. COVID hit, a lot of people lost their jobs, probably not a lot of disposable income. But I think it's a combination. You're also talking about a passion,
Yeah.
a addiction for some folks.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was. Someone in the chat had mentioned it's a way to stress-free entertainment. It's just getting
Yeah.
away from life. I love to gamble from an escape from reality. If you had a bad, rough week at work, go take a couple $100 and just blow off a couple hours and have a drink with your buddy and goof around. What better way to leave refreshed and start all over again? So in that respect, I don't think it'll change too much. unless it's a financial issue.
Okay. So I mean, I'm ready to conclude that for what I can hear from the chat and from you, Chris, gambling's not dying. Casinos are not dying either. That's what I understand. I still believe that they have to evolve. I still believe that if they want it, and they're already doing it. What I understand also from the chat and from what you're saying, they already talking about evolving and things like that. But I shouldn't worry. Casinos and gambling won't die with the older generation. It will continue on. Is that the right conclusion? Did I summarize that correctly?
You nailed it. In another 20 years, you and I are going to be gambling 5 nights a week.
Well, if I have the money for it, yeah, it would be my pleasure. Or maybe we're going to be racing Hot Wheels cars.
We could be.
I'm sorry, people, for the chat. That's the side joke. I have another channel with my girlfriend where we're diving into the Hot Wheel world. It's a new world for me too. And I think Chris was a little bit surprised at first. You're going to do what? You're going to race Hot Wheels car? Really? You want me to tell you your age again? What are you doing, man? Oh, well, yeah. We all find different ways to have fun. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight in the chat. It was I mean we were talking for if we have 1 or 2 people in the live, I mean we'll be happy, and we had up to I think 8 people at the same time. So thank you everyone for coming. That was a great surprise. And of course, thank you, Chris, for all your experience and all the knowledge you have about this industry. You're helping me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, Jeff. Thanks for everyone that showed up.
Yeah.
Melly, Casino Lady, Chris and Lou, JJ, Gambling Granny, and others. I forget. That's what's on my screen right here. JJ. Really appreciate you guys. You guys have taught me a lot on how to create gambling content, how to navigate YouTube. Jeff's a pro at YouTube. I'm the novice. But just to have your guys' support, I mean, just to know that 5 or 6 of you guys came to watch Jeff and I talk is amazing. Can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So thank you so much.
Yeah. 2 last thing I want to say before we go. First of all, I know it's not a big number, but we had the pleasure this weekend to hit 100 sub. So thank you for that. I mean, for any channel, it's the step you have to go through, and it's kind of the first mental step. I mean, getting 100 subs is always kind of a milestone where you have to celebrate. So thank you to everyone who subbed to us. And the second thing is, if you have a question or an issue or a subject we would like us to discuss on our next live, which should be next Tuesday night, like tonight, leave us a comment down below. Don't be shy. We like to talk about everything. We have a few subjects in mind, but if it comes from you, it would be even better. So please suggest something in the comments down below on what you would like for me and Chris to discuss. So I'll leave you with the last words, my friend.
All right, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.